when I'm asking Josh Gattis them questions, right? It's not too many people in there that look like me. And for a long time, you know what I'm saying? For a long time, I didn't.
Exclusive stuff.
But with people like him, man, that support what we're doing, that's kind of help us keep pushing and going forward and to keep growing. Because we need more people that look like us to kind of control the narrative. Because a lot of times, always in the cut, dog. You're always in the cut. You always support, man. We appreciate you, bro. All right?
No problem.
Yo,
do me a favor. Subscribe to Football Kingsville. Be a member too. You get exclusive stuff ahead of time. By the time y'all know things, it be too late. Exclusive members, ain't no 3 days. Maybe a week ahead of time. I know things right now, y'all don't know yet. Be a member.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is. Appreciate you, bro. That was good enough, bro? Huh? Yeah. Listen. Brent, come here, bro, for a second. Stand right here for me, man. You ain't gotta sit down, man. Just stay right here for a second, man. Listen, man. So listen, man. Listen. We got. How tall are you, bro?
6'9".
We got Brent right in the house, right? Right? Let me tell y'all something. I don't know who invited this motherfucker here tonight. I don't know, right? Every time I see Brent Wright, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. This man ended my high school career, dog. I was a senior. He was a damn sophomore. You dropped like 20. He dropped like 20 and something on us, right? Ended my high school career. Sat in the locker room, cried for a goddamn hour. I ain't know what I was gonna do next. Ain't have no scores to go to college. It was him and Yodi Skipper. How old Yodi Skipper was? Tell the truth, dog. 20, 22?
Nah, Yodi was about 19. He was 19.
He was 19?
Yeah, he was 19.
Right. Nah, so, but real talk, every time I saw him at the park, like maybe 3 months, every time I see Brent Wright, I want to punch him in the goddamn stomach. He just don't know it, though. This man had me in the locker room, boo-hoo fucking crying, man. Appreciate you for coming, man. All right?
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You good. Yeah. You ain't even know that, huh?
No.
Boy, that shit hurt, boy.
That dog could have been D-Wade.
That shit hurt. I said, like, what we gonna do? What we do now? Oh man, you said it out loud, man. That's funny. I gonna tell me dog like that. No, Chris, I told you, dog. Man, acting like you 5'8".
They tripping, man. They tripping. Come on here, man.
I ain't gonna trade like.
Them my dog, man. I mean, it's the shoulders. It's the shoulders.
You said it's the shoulders. All right, so listen, check this out, man. Tell the people what your name is, bro.
Taz Haitian Kane.
Taz Haitian Kane. What's your name on YouTube?
Tostado Dunkerville.
Tostado Dunkerville, right? This my boy with Medi right here, man. So Air Force, right?
Yes, sir.
Finally got that shit right. But I brought Taz up here, right? Because listen, Taz has been supporting us, dog, for the longest. See, he got the Caneville shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, this man has been supporting us for the longest. And I want y'all to understand that we're not just up here. We're not just up here talking about football. Y'all got to understand what media is in this world. Media kind of controls what we think, what we see. But you don't see too many people eye color, right? Like when I'm sitting in the room and I'm asking I said many. When I'm asking Josh Gattis them questions, right? It's not too many people in there that look like me. And for a long time, you know what I'm saying? For a long time, I didn't really know my place sitting in there.
I don't even know if I'm on a job. Back 2 yards, they gonna hit me. See what I'm saying? So yeah, he give them 3 plays. 9 times out of 10, they go with that first play. Even if they say, "Oh, it's not there," I'm gonna go with it because that's what the coach said.
Oh, Didi, come here. They got Didi up here. Come here. Come stand right here, Didi. We've been trying to get Didi on the show forever. This is Didi, my friend, the doctor, who I killed off one time on the show.
Yeah, he killed me. How y'all doing?
Hey, but this is Didi, her and her husband. This is their spot. But Didi is a season ticket holder. How long you had a season ticket?
I think 7 years now.
7 years.
And I told Didi the nightmare was over, right? And then the first game, Didi texted me, "Do you like street? Listen, just you know what I'm saying?" When they started losing, they were Middle Tennessee. She was like, "Hey."
Oh, damn.
What's going on?
Then we lost Texas A&M. Then she just stopped texting me after the Duke game. But as a season ticket holder, somebody who's on the outside, you're just a fan because you get me there all the time. You be like, "Street, you know us much. We just fans. We want to see them win, right?"
Right.
How do you feel when you be putting $1,000, whatever, how much the season tickets cost into the game, and they lose, and you sitting there with Chris?
I mean, it's hurtful.
Painful.
That's all I can say. Like you be mad, mad, you know, and he'll tell you, like, we talk about the season every year, and he'll be like, "They're gonna be better this year. They're gonna be better this year," and I'm like, "Bruh, I'm looking at you at the sideline. What is going on?"
Hey, baby,
You know what I'm saying?
We all say that.
he need to defer that to us. We drive 5 hours to come to the game.
See what I'm saying? That's what I be
We
trying to
ain't
tell
talking about
you.
hotel fare, food, liquor, strip clubs, whatever we do when we come down.
Hold on.
I'm being funny. My wife right here.
Where your wife at? Where your wife at? Can you? They go to strip club?
Hey,
You not allowed to go to strip club, fool? You snitching on yourself?
my wife right there. I was just playing. Hey, listen. I was just playing. My wife right there, but a hit dog will holler, right?
Yeah.
You hear all these dogs hollering, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is,
What's up?
It's all about what the fan want to see.
it's time for the buffoonery to stop.
Somebody put
You know
that.
what I'm saying? And see, I listen
Time
to
out.
this show, and y'all be on the same page as me.
Uh-huh.
You got the kids that come in there, and then what pisses me off, because you got the young fan base, 20 years old, from 2001 up to now, they don't know nothing about the real Miami from the 80s and the 90s. They riding on who winning.
Yeah.
They not riding when you do, they riding on who winning.
Right.
That
And
era,
it pisses me off when I watch your show, Coach Hayes show, you talking out. These clowns don't know nothing about Miami football.
That era
They
kind
don't know
of
nothing.
They thought they ain't never seen Miami win.
But you two, hold on. All these kids on the phone with their head down on YouTube.
They want to see it. They want to see it live just like you want to see it live.
Right.
They want to see it live just like you.
Hey, no more drinks. No more drinks for Derek.
But hold on.
No more drinks that way, okay? No more drinks over there. The young black people there. No more drinks.
No, but I understand.
Wait. Let us say. She want to say something.
I understand because it's exactly what I tell him all the time. I say you might understand what's going on that end, on that field, who you speak to, who you communicate with.
Mhm.
The fans don't understand that. The fans paying their money and they want to see their team win.
All they
So
wanna see
all
is
that
win.
other stuff is irrelevant.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true.
every kid on that field got talent, or else you won't be there.
Yeah.
So we need to see a better
Oh man,
performance.
hold on. Say that again. say that again.
Every kid on that field got talent, or else they would not be there.
When has everybody invested their money and it turned out soon as they invested their money? It's not gonna happen for everybody.
You're drunk, Derek.
It takes time. It takes time.
Exactly.
All right, man. Listen, man. I'm D. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. 786-405-9499. You want to get down with IOD Squad? Text us IOD. The link is already pinned at the top. Put a little work in tonight. The link already pinned at the top. Want to get down with IOD Squad? If you want one-on-ones, we've been booking a couple of one-on-ones with people just to show you what I know. I'm nobody's financial advisor. I just show you what I know, and it's up to you. I got my boy Rich in the back. We're gonna get this thing popping. We're gonna talk about Josh Gattis and the Cavinder. Did anybody see the Cavinder Twins at the game? We was on the side. I did not see the Cavinder Twins at the game. We was on the sideline. Did not see the Cavinder Twins at the game. Not sure how I missed them. Not sure how Torn missed them. Not sure at all. Definitely a fail on our behalf. Definitely a fail. On our behalf. Let's see. gonna pull a couple people in here, man. Somebody in the comment section, insane, my boy. I need you to say hit the like button every 3 minutes or something for me, insane. I totally appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody that came out to the live show. Totally appreciate that. I know insane in here. I need you to tell everybody hit the like button every now and then, big homie. Gonna try to keep these likes up with the same amount of members. Gonna try to pull some people in here. In 1 second, let's try something. Everybody in here, share the video. Share the video with another pissed off Kane fan. All you do is you hit. I know a lot of y'all watch these videos every day, don't know how to hit share. Under the video, dog, if you make it half screen, don't make it full screen. You hit the little arrow. Send it to a Kane fan right now. Send it to a Kane fan or somebody who want to just listen to us come talk. We're gonna talk about the Cavinder Twins. We're gonna break down what Josh Gattis was talking about. Man, Josh Gattis was talking today, man. Like I don't know how to. That video y'all was just watching, the live show video. We got a longer version of the live show video with everything in it. Dropping in the member squad. It's gonna drop in the member side soon. I mean everything. Cause y'all know there's a lot of stuff. Everybody who's at the live show, y'all know there's a lot of stuff there. Then y'all ain't. It's a lot of stuff that's not in there. Okay. You say bro fed over the buzzer. I'm gonna bring my boy Rich in here, man. Rich, what he do?
Yo, what's going on, man? Man, Josh Gattis was live, right? During that press conference?
No, man, we're gonna go through it, man. We're gonna go through it. We definitely gonna go through it. Did you watch the whole thing?
I did. I watched Mario and I watched Gattis for the whole interview.
Yeah, I kind of didn't believe what I was hearing with him. I was like, hey, wait a minute, did he just say that? Like, what's going on? But we're gonna go through it 1 second. Let me see. Pull a couple more people in here, man. I think the Cavinder Twins played their second game today. They were blown. I looked at it. It was a blowout, man. They got another game Wednesday, I think. That's the two NIL twins that we picked up. From where were they at? Boise? Tulsa?
Somewhere like that, Minnesota.
Fresno? They was in Fresno. They was in Fresno. That's where they were. Boise, Tulsa. Yeah, they was in Fresno. They had their second game today. But I heard they could really play.
I haven't watched the game yet or highlights yet of them playing.
Man, it's a challenge to find them, to be honest with you. It's a challenge to actually find the game.
I saw somebody posted their first game, but I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
The Hurricanes won 83-51. They beat Maryland Eastern today. The leading scorer was actually Jay Williams for the Hurricanes with 11. I don't think they played much. I know Hallie Cavinder started, and Hannah Cavinder had 8. Hallie Cavinder had 9. But the leading scorers was Jay Williams and Harden for the Hurricanes today. But I don't think they played that many minutes. When I was watching the game, I know they were on the bench. Let me see. Pull this in here. Let's see. Josh Gattis, man. Josh Gattis had all us with our mouth open, bro.
He did.
We was like, what is going on? What is going on?
But I go into my thought when you're ready for that.
Yeah, we're gonna pull it up and we're gonna watch it. See, and another thing here, quick NIL thing with these Cavinder twins, right? Obviously, they got their business right. They're not the only twins in sports, you know what I'm saying? But they right out the back, they were one of the top NIL getters. Their industry clean. We would have said it that way. But that and that goes to show you, you don't have to be Carnell Tate. You don't have to be the #1 player in the nation. It don't really have a lot to do with that, man. And I've been trying to get that through to these kids. That it doesn't really have to be. You don't really have to be that. You know what I'm saying? You just
Right.
have to create. Yeah, you have to create a presence. You have to create a social media presence. You have to create what's the word I'm looking for?
A brand.
A brand, right? You got to create a brand. The stuff that we talk about all the time. And you can.
I do have to say this.
For you to do. Go ahead.
I do have to say, like, you got the picture up right now. I mean, come on now.
Twan, how do we? I'm looking at Twan. I'm like, Twan, how did we miss him? How did we miss him, Twan? You walked around the goddamn stadium 30 times. How did we miss him? How did we miss him? Could have had him in 8K. How did we? And this is a cartoon picture that I made. This is not the rip. Okay.
Yeah.
How did we miss him? Moment of silence. Give him a full page. Moment of silence. How did we miss him, Twan?
Street, I want to bet you that they
What?
they might go to the WNBA, but they're not gonna like play for 5 years. You get what I'm saying?
You think they could? Why? I don't think. So I was talking to Inside to You. He was at the first practice. He said by far they were the best girls on the team. That's
I
what he said.
understand and I get it.
We're gonna go check it out Wednesday.
But money talks. That's starting to be a trend anyway. You're starting to see a lot of women in the WNBA, like that tall girl Liz Cambridge.
Yeah,
they're putting more effort into their career being social media driven. Other than basketball.
It's no different than Mr. Will said they're not pros. It's no different than the rappers, right? They have all the fame. They have all the fame in the world. Not necessarily the money, but they have the fame.
They have the fame.
Right. And you have to take that fame and catapult it into something else.
Right.
The athletes are doing a horrible job with it, man. The kids are doing a horrible job with it. They're not understanding it. And I don't expect them to understand it. I'm trying to put something together right now that I'm building where they can sit down and watch and get a better understanding of it. The parents don't understand it. They don't understand it. I mean, some of those kids, like you type in Kamani McClain's name in the internet and it's like on fire.
Right.
Like, it's just one of them things. You're about to say something?
Shout out to Pokeway.
You about to say something?
I was, but I digress. When I heard you mention you're putting something together, so I digress on that thought.
Yeah, we're recording some video. We may be able to put together a course or something they can go through, just something they can watch, or make it not super boring. You know what I'm saying? Real quick videos for them. Listen, they have leverage, and then they just use it to take pictures and look at their shoes. We rent a car in the back. I mean, I'm trying to get through them that. I mean, listen, football isn't forever, bro. It isn't. It isn't forever.
Well, here's part of the problem. I'll go into what I was thinking. So you got a team of 85 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
You almost, especially for guys, you almost have to make this systematic where there's a system in place for them to build their social media. You feel me? Because first of all, it's not in guys' nature to want to hop on any gram or any whatever to go do a stupid dance or whatever the hell you got to do. It's not in our nature, you know.
Right.
And then from a team perspective, if you had your whole team on that type of energy, you got to be Deion Sanders to control that team. Because you got to clearly make sure that they understand that this is business. So you got to approach it like business.
Right.
So you ain't on there to have social media beefs with people or other teams or nothing like that. It's business. So you got to really drill that into the players.
Right. No, that's real. Oh boy, let's see. Josh Gattis. Let's put some Josh Gattis in here, bro. Let's put some Josh Gattis in here. I got to get with my boy Kyle getting here, man. We got to talk about last week's offense. Let's see.
So who was?
What's up?
Go ahead. I was gonna ask who was all out here from a recruiting standpoint. Who was at the game?
A lot. I don't know who they added, but I have the official list. Wow, what's up?
I just want to know, because I'm just we hear it's a couple 5 stars left on the board, so just want to see where we stand in terms of who else is going to be in the class.
The Mark Fletcher talk picking up again. We dropped that in the member section a couple days ago. Yep. Mark Fletcher may be a cane. They like the depth, how we look at running back right now. I mean, sparingly. We may have 1 or 2 transfer. One we got in this class, maybe coming back from an ACL. We got a walk-on. We got Henry Parrish carrying the load. So that talk is picking up again. We talked about it in the villain section. If you want to become a member, man, hit the join button down there next to the logo. Cal, you there, bro?
Yeah. What's good, fellas?
Yeah. But I mean, real talk. I think I've been telling you guys. I think Mario is about to pull in a class, one of the best class we've seen in the last 10, 15 years. And it's gonna be like, all right, let's go. Those kids that we see walking around the games, we weren't recruiting kids this size, or we weren't inviting them to the games at least. I mean, the kids that we're inviting to the game now. Oh my God. I don't recall the kids being like as big, and just recruiting a different caliber kid now, and going aggressively at them. And through all of this, no matter how these last 3 games end, and I don't think it's going to be well, going to put in a hell of a class.
Hey, Street, the one kid I'm worried about, not that he was our kid, but I know we trying to flip. The one kid I'm worried about is was Ennis, man. This shit can't look good to that boy, because we kind of know what he's looking for, and I don't know if you can sell. You can't sell what he's looking for. You can't make him no promises.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one kid I'm scared of.
Yeah, they had him hard. They had him hard, but he is the kid that looks at the offense and he's like, show me what you done. Like, he's not, don't promise me nothing. Don't, nothing. He like, show me what you done. He needs to know that you're excelling in his area. Quarterback, wide receiver, You feel me? Like, and right now we're not. I mean, we're gonna listen to some of this Josh Gattis stuff today, and then we're gonna get into some had a further conversation about last year's offense today too, KB.
Man,
And how it was explained was this is how it was explained. Make some sense out of it before we get into the Josh Gattis stuff. That the offense wasn't even designed to like attack. It wasn't designed to like be offensive, like to attack or score points. The offense was just trying to maneuver itself into all the offense was trying to do was basically find a loophole in the system. And every week they did something different to find a loophole in your defense or to manipulate your defense into a place where it's like playing chess, but not necessarily attacking. That makes sense?
yeah, that wasn't our. You're trying to say it wasn't our offense, basically. Like this ain't our offense. What we're doing is trying to figure out how to navigate through your defense. Like this ain't our offense. Like we don't come out here every day and say we're gonna bomb this, that. We're gonna throw this, that. We're looking at the system and saying, okay, there go a crease right there. We can find it right there. So I understand that.
Yeah, it was almost like just trying to maneuver. What defense y'all play? Okay, we're gonna maneuver. This is where we're gonna manipulate it to get. You know what I'm saying? This guy open every play, and with that thought process, right, for my quarterbacks, for a whole entire year, I can see how a new system. Because think about what we're saying. It was simple. So think about what this had to be, dog. It was really simple. It was based around just trying to, you play a video game and you don't really play the shit. All you're trying to do is find all the cheat ways to cheat code and you know what I'm saying, get around things. It was based around just trying to manipulate you into a place where your defense just can't do this. And exploiting that. And every week it was something different. But it was simple. That's gimmicky. It had to be gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? And so now we get our quarterbacks going out here, and Josh Gattis has this offense, whatever it is, pro or whatever, and it looks like they can't think.
They can't.
Right.
They haven't been taught to think.
Right. And it looks like they can't because their introduction to college football was kind of like a gimmick. And listen, shout out to Lashley because Lashley's trying to beat kids, right? His offense is playing against, it's him trying to out-scheme the kids, basically. You know what I'm saying? In their minds. So what he comes up is with a way that his kids can understand it and he can defeat the kids. That makes sense? So shout out to him because he conquered understanding. You know what I'm saying? He made it simple and it eventually was effective. That's all he's trying to do. It ain't his job to get nobody ready for the NFL. He needs to win college football games so he can keep his job, so he can keep his college jobs.
You know, that's what separates the good programs from the great programs when it comes to high school ball too. Because you see some high school ball, programs where the offense is ran through one person, and you could do it at that level, and then everybody else on the team never gets developed. Mm-hmm. So that happens, and it's no different in college, where you run a gimmick offense, and it looks good, you can score, but when at the end of the day, none of the players get developed once again.
Big girl say Street and XI talent is highly suspect. Canes don't look nothing like they said they weren't practice. You go to hell, big girl. Been doing this shit for 10 years. I don't think what we see on the field has anything to do with talent, bro. Talent, X's and O's, none of that shit. None of it.
Art.
So yeah, so yeah, we talked about that today, and then you put them in another system, which is Josh Gattis' system, something different, and it's almost like they got to get acclimated. So man, let's get into some of this Josh Gattis stuff, man. We're gonna try to decipher what Josh Gattis was really saying today. Let's go.
Like you said, we have a very inexperienced and I would say a group that hasn't responded to adversity throughout the year. And so for me, the decision of going down on the field was to be that voice that could rally the troops, that could rally everyone if things started going back.
I don't know if we ever heard a coach say his kids ever responded to adversity well.
You want my take? Oh, I'm gonna let.
I don't know if we ever heard that. But we're gonna keep going.
Bad and unfortunately, we still haven't been able to respond in those situations. And so, as we continue to evaluate those things, obviously I'll make an evaluation this week as whether or not I'll be on the field or in the booth. But ultimately, we've got to develop that mindset and mentality that we've got to continue to fight. And it takes everyone's effort and it takes selflessness. And that's the thing I think.
So you finna get into it right here. You're gonna get into it. You finna get into it right here.
I think probably the most that we've got to continue to push on our team. It takes unselfish players. And we've got to have a group of men that care more about winning for Miami than they do about their own individual.
Hey, got a bunch of selfish dogs in the locker room, and I can't wait till the season over. That's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hear. But you don't hear coaches talk like this often. I'm sitting in there saying to myself, he's trying to get fired? What the fuck is going on? Like, what button he trying to push?
Individual recognition of plays or whatever it may be. And ultimately, when we get to that point, we'll have the culture and the team that we want.
Well, he said it like they're a unified front. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Jacurri's understanding of your playbook and the offensive system at this point.
Goes to practice as a quarterback, and it was actually really good to see him, with a good deep ball opportunity early on in the game to kind of push the ball down the field. And that's an area, obviously, where he excels probably a little bit further in the passing game is being able to throw the ball deep. But those are other areas that we're going to continue to grow on, continue to truly develop him in every aspect of his game.
Question to Coach Gattis. What have you seen overall from Georgia Tech defense?
High pressure team. He blitz about 52% of the time. It doesn't matter what personnel, and very aggressive.
Anybody care Josh Gattis don't wear stuff? No? Anybody?
No.
Nobody?
I mean, he wears stuff at practice.
Sorry, Coach Hayes said. A bunch of guys there, he does wear stuff, right? He never wear it in these press conferences, though. He always wear that thing right there.
He might feel comfortable in that.
Y'all get mad at me because I don't wear shit all the time. Y'all got a problem with Josh Gattis? Let's see. KB, you there?
Obviously, they're a team that.
Yeah, I'm still.
Game plan, being able to identify areas where strengths for us, where's our matchup issues. We're also starting some new offensive linemen. So that's a big factor in it all. What can we put on their plate as well? And I think ultimately when you're going into a game plan, you're trying to figure out how much can everyone handle. There's a lot of different pieces. I think the one area where we don't have as many moving parts right now is back at the receiver position. But that position is obviously affected a little bit about everything else that's going around it. And so we've got to continue to just find ways to maximize what each and every one of our started from. We got to find ways to keep that stretch. You've seen continue to truly develop him in every aspect of his game. conceptually, obviously, as I've
They asked him something about Jacurri.
Easy opportunity of a walk-in touchdown. It was unfortunate because Will's a big piece of our offense, and we want to find creative ways to get him the ball. I think the game flow within the game kind of caught up to us. We wanted to target him early on. He was getting a couple double coverages and bracketed into the boundary, and we just didn't have that opportunity once things started kind of unraveling within the game. And so we've got to continue to focus on trying to allow our best players to touch the ball, and Will's one of those guys, and we've got to find ways to get him the ball.
But you know, last night, Coach Gattis on the field again for 2 weeks in a row. Kind of what went into that decision? How you feeling?
Talking about coming down and being on the sideline.
Personally, thinking it was going to make a difference, it obviously didn't. But it was really just to be there as a voice of confidence for.
He keeps talking about confidence, though. Rich, what you hear there, bro?
What did I hear?
What's going on with old Josh?
Somebody said this in the comment section earlier, and I agree with it. I believe that if you listen to Mario's take and then you listen to Josh's take, I think Mario was like the precursor to what Josh was saying. And it's like Mario's like, hey, this is the game plan. You're going to be the fall guy because you're already the fall guy. You're going to say this. And I'm just going to warm the crowd up a little bit by being, talking about recruits a little bit and stuff like that. And I think, Josh went out there and dropped the mic, And here's
they both seem to be, listen, they both seem to be a lot more comfortable today for some reason, dog.
They were a lot more comfortable. So maybe they know something that we don't know. Shout out to, they call me Kenny, Mario's mouthpiece, right? He was Mario's mouthpiece today. But I'll say this, because some people might say he never places the blame on himself and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I've never really heard him speak candidly like this whole season. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's in the business of bashing kids. I really don't think that. But I will say this. When you look at a Nick Saban, mm-hmm. Nick Saban does the same ish. He's on the same type of time. And I'm not comparing Gattis and Nick Saban. I'm not. But what I'm saying is when Saban wants to deliver a message to the team, mm-hmm. he gets on national television and does the same ish.
He does.
You could say it does or doesn't work, but the one thing I will say is this: Nick Saban's house is his house, and if he calls you out and you just if he calls you out and you decide to transfer, he run his
No, Nick Saban outright calls out, but I just think that's a different set of cojones, a different level. Like life ain't fair, bro. Life isn't fair. We try to think life is fair. We all are equal. We're not all equal. We're not. Nick Saban said walk to that thing and get away with something that a lot of other people can't get away with. But you're right. We saw him call out those freshman wide receivers last year, and it was blatant. He didn't say no names, but
right.
No, he really did.
Now, is it too late? Is it too late in the season to be calling people out like that? That's debatable. I would debate that for sure. Maybe that should have been something that was done after Middle Tennessee,
uh-huh.
Or before Middle Tennessee.
Right.
So, yeah. And I gotta watch Coach Hayes's. I didn't have a chance to watch it, Good, Bad, and Ugly. Mm-hmm. It's a lot that he goes over in his film review, and I like the style that he does it. But anybody who wants to watch a breakdown,
Coach Hayes paid you to promote Tell the Truth.
He slid me a 20. You slid me a 20 down when I was down.
Man, bro, Coach Hayes, man, bro, Coach Hayes, every show, man. Listen, man. How much you paid him, dog? How much you paid him?
You know, he did slide me a 20. You know, down in Hollywood. So I got my plug in there. But you know, it is what it is. Here's what I'm looking to see because I haven't seen it yet. Is I want to see how the O-line played. You know, I want to see because of course we all saw the penalty, and then after that penalty, it's like we were deflated after a penalty, and that was in the first quarter. We all saw that.
Right.
So
right.
That has nothing to do with any coach.
You don't think so?
Okay, if one coach says the snap count is on 1 and another one says it's on 2, then obviously, yeah, you might be confused as a player. But I doubt that that's what happened.
You talking about the actual penalty? Oh, you talking about the actual penalty, like him
the actual
actually
penalty,
touching the
the false start,
right?
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. We talking about the what? Are you talking about the offensive penalty?
Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah.
Right? Which penalty you talking about, bro? The first penalty was Corey Flag. That was Corey Flag.
Flag? You should.
Corey Flag was the very first penalty we got.
Oh, Tyreek was the one. Tyreek was the interception, right?
Yeah. Tyreek was the interception. The very first. Which three and out
like
offense?
First and second drive.
You talking about the first pass interference?
That was Corey Flag. That was the first pass interference.
Yeah, that's when the air went out the cells. And
so you're saying that wasn't on the coach?
No, I'm not even talking about that play. I know what you're talking about, but I'm saying
what
I'm talking about in terms of scoring on offense, right?
Okay.
So I think the first or second drive we get in there and I think we get one first down and then we're third and something and then I guess we get a false start or something like that and basically we get off the field. Honestly, that was probably that drive. This is before Jacurri got in the game. I was like, it was more the same. Like I looked at that and I was like, it's not much more you need to see. I was, kind of, because here's my thing: if you are up for a game, you're looking to execute. You're looking to execute at the highest ability, in my opinion. So, I don't know. But,
see,
but
I don't
me,
like. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say people keep saying that we got deflated after a penalty, but everybody has said that about 3 different penalties.
True.
So I'm going. That
You're
shit
right.
is confusing because, like, I personally need to go back and watch the game, but everybody's always so quick to throw that label out there, like we quit. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying that's the truth or not, right? But everybody's so quick to throw that out there, and I'll be like, and I talk with Streeter, me and you talk, and I was just like, I don't know. I saw kids fighting, like when Rooster broke that run and Parrish got a run, and this is the third quarter, we getting our ass. Them boys was pumped. They was like still trying to fight. Maybe it's just individual players, but I don't know. Like everybody keeps saying that deflated the whole team or the whole team, and I'm just like, I don't be seeing the shit that people be seeing, and I kind of sometimes think that people just want to throw those tabs out there because we getting our ass kicked. And people feel the only way you get your ass kicked is if you quit. And I don't think that's the case. Sometimes you just get your ass kicked.
I don't think
you hit the nail right on the head.
I don't think
said that.
It's the word is momentum, right?
Right.
We come out there, we fired up, we got the crowd, and they go 3 and out, right?
Right.
And then we get that penalty. You know what went through my mind? I saw them walk back on the field. We're not finna get them off the field again.
And that's what I'm saying.
And it's almost like you can see it. You know what I'm saying? and they went right down and scored. It's what it is. What it is mental toughness. It's momentum. It's being knowing that my brother have my back. You know what I'm saying, and fighting for each other.
Right.
At spurts, you can see Rooster fighting. At spurts, you can see Cam Kitchens fighting. You can see individuals, but it's 11-on-11 game, and it has to work together.
Thank you.
It cannot work. It's not tennis. It's not golf. It has to work together. They all have to be a brotherhood and know that they have each other backs. And that's when it's working at one unison. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'll ever use the word quit, but it's almost like, dog, football is emotional. It's momentum is the word. I mean, they say basketball is a game of momentum swings. You know what I'm saying? A small game of runs, momentum swings. That's what I don't know, bro. It's just a thing. I'm on the field and I see the penalty and I'm like, whoa. It was almost like
I feel like the defense got to a point where they felt helpless. I feel like the defense got to a point where they just felt helpless. Because every time they was running the ball, I'm seeing James get fucking pinned down and double blocked. I'm seeing Jacurri Couch on so many fucking tackles. I'm like, how the fuck is Couch like the guy that's in on these tackles? Like, where's everybody else? I just feel like it was help. Like they just like no matter what player, it's like no matter what play you run, I'm getting blocked by a fucking lineman. There's a lineman in the second line. Like it's just that I just think they felt helpless. And it's just like I don't think the coaches helped them. Like, what are we supposed to do? I don't have the answer. I'm not sitting there saying that Steele had it wrong. I just felt like they didn't get the help that they needed, and they didn't know what to do. Like we all know it. Our kids are not, man. I don't know about the football acumen on this team, right? I just don't know, like, if they were put in a better position or if things ever change for them, so that they can feel like, okay, we got a strategy now, or we can do this different. They were just getting their ass whooped, and I don't think they knew how to stop that shit.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's just like when you play an offense that you don't normally see. Like when people used to play Georgia Tech back in the day, you would have, if you didn't prepare for Georgia Tech, either two things is going to happen. Either you're going to shut them down and beat them, 35-7, or you're going to lose 49-14. Because once they get that offense rolling and your kids don't know what their gap assignments are, who they're supposed to be covering on defense, once that starts to happen, it just starts to steamroll. And then next thing you know, the injuries start piling up. Now your key players are out of the game. So by the middle of the third quarter, you're helpless because you just didn't prepare. And I did see that as well. And I spoke about this the other day when I talked about the solo tackles and the amount of solo tackles. This is what I was alluding to. So when you have Jacurri Couch, and you got to think about this, Jacurri Couch. How big is Jacurri Couch? 5'9", 5'10", 100 and what? 75, 85 pounds? Something like that?
If that shit.
He's small.
Do you really want that man out there? It's two things with that. Number one, he's not your primary tackler, so you're gonna get the boy hurt. That's number one. But number two, at some point, if you continue to do that as an offense, and you have this guy who's out here making solo tackles, he's gonna start missing those tackles.
Yep. And it was confusing to me. Like, Steele came over here with this whole, we're going to be multiple, right? And I understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing stones at Steele or whatever, but everybody got to be held accountable. I understand he had to pull back on some of his defense. That's the question I do want Street to ask one of these days.
What?
I haven't seen multiple all year. I ain't seen fucking multiple all year. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen. I mean, maybe in some spurts you'll see a 3-man down lineman, but I will see it in places where it probably shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't seen this whole intricate fucking defense, but still had to scale the shit back. His players ain't catching on, so I get that part, right? But at this point,
you asked me that. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. I want to see. I just want to know, but it might just be on the players because they just can't pick it up fast enough, right? But at some point, when do you? I was said I'm at the tailgate. I'm watching the game. I said, man, at this point, put a 5-2 out there. I want to see a 5-man front. Let me see something. And I'm like, we don't have a 4-3 front. Like, cause I'm tired of seeing Jacurri Couch on tackles. Like, Florida State is not gonna let up with this running shit. I would like for them to let Travis throw the ball. To be honest with you, that motherfucker ain't good. So I would have forced that.
Yeah, right. You asked me about that. Remember, he had to scale it back. I wonder how much he eventually put in. I remember you asked that a couple of weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
We still scale back.
Yeah. That shit kind of obvious. But I'm just like, dog, where's the give me a 4-3, give me a 5-2. I got you. Did they
change the hours? Did they change the hours that coaches can coach kids? They did, right? They took away some hours a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They need to give them back.
The question was asked today, right? We still so what you're saying is true. With the scale back, and we still scale back. So the question was asked was, how important is it for coordinators to stay in the same place over and over again? And they were like, it's everything. Norvell, what you see is execution, bro. People were saying, oh, Leonard Taylor didn't do nothing. Man, what you see is execution. That's what you see. You see is execution. Players being in the same system, they're doing the same thing, and it becomes, you know what I'm saying? That's execute. You watch them running that damn counter, man. Man, hell. So having assist, we always want to fire everybody. Yeah, nothing works. Josh Gattis was asked today. Whatever, we can throw out these stats all day long. 3 points was the lowest ever scored since 1997. Y'all haven't scored a touchdown in 3. And somebody asked him, "Have you ever seen this before?" And he said, "No." So if he's never seen it before, right? All of a sudden he got here and he sucks. I ain't taking up for him. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I logically kind of look at things because you can't really argue for what he's putting out. You can't argue for what's actually going on. But I think there's a lot going on. And only one name gets thrown to the trash because it's easy to throw him to the trash. Yeah. They asked him about Jacurri today, and he said, they asked him about Jacurri today, and he said, well, first of all, we got to protect Jacurri. That's the first thing he said. That's where it starts at. It starts at protecting him. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. It sounds like they're on the same page. We'll see. Sound like him and Mario singing the same song. Sound like they're on the same page. But I was told that, yeah, man, people got to stay in place and kids got to be able to do things over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that helps.
I agree. I mean, the best thing now is continuity. And when you look at defense and why we are not adjusting, because like if you watch Georgia's defense, Georgia adjusts a lot. They put guys in different positions, and once again, going back to the football knowledge question, can we put our guys in that position to learn, very exotic coverages, right? Can we do that? And they execute.
I mean,
I think that's where packages come in, though. That's where packages come in. I would have a big boy package. I would have had a package where I don't know how good he's performing, but I know my biggest D linemen are the boy Jackson and Miller, right? Miller. I got to get a package where I can get them two big run stuffing motherfuckers in the game at the same time. maybe that's why I do my 4-3 yet. So it could just be a package. It's just really hard for me to like let these coaches just kind of just fly by, knowing all the shit that I've seen in my lifetime. You can have packages to where these guys, this is your package. This is what you do. Just plain and simple. This is what you do. Because I don't know how much fucking Miller plays, but if I know this is my big boy package, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I get out there, I know what my job is. So there's packages you can use for specialty guys and stuff. So I don't know, man. Shit just mind boggling to me.
Somebody said, are the players capable of learning? I once heard a coach say, he went to his head coach and said, I'm teaching it every which way, but the players just aren't getting it. And the head coach said, well, you're not a good teacher. And he said that stuck with him. Damn, how much Coach Hayes paid you?
I remember that show.
No. I heard it. It was an Auburn coach said it. And he said, well, you're not a good teacher. I mean, because at the end of the day, right? Like, go back to Lashley. It's simple. He created something simple that kids can understand. And for a lot of times, it works. What are you trying to accomplish? It's almost like, what are you trying to accomplish? You're trying to win games, get kids to understand something so they can execute at a high level.
And there's a million coaches out here. There's a million coaches out here, and I know y'all got phone numbers and shit. I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad, Street.
If somebody said there was $1 million around the corner, right? You didn't know where it was at. They gave you a map. You got to get to the $1 million, dog, the fastest way you can. You're not trying to. You're not trying to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to get there. I'm waiting to give me a pickup truck to go around the corner. You're trying to get there fast as way you can. So if you can't teach, like if the players aren't getting it, then I was told that like it's on the teacher. Mm-hmm. But we still scale back, Kyle. You about to say something? I'm gonna play this. So somebody asked me about did they ask him about the counter trait or the counter?
No,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's a million coaches out here, and I know these guys got Rolodexes and got each other's phone numbers. So there's somebody I know I can reach out to and say, hey, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. I'm just saying, man, there's coaches out there that, hey, how did you run this system? How did you do this? How did you do that? That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them home sitting on their behind too, doing nothing. Probably be happy to come help. So here's Coach. Now, funny thing is, first thing Coach Steele walks in the press conference today, he looks at Benjamin. Everybody know what happened with him and Benjamin, and said, "Man, you put a hex on us." Now Florida State put a hex on y'all, Coach. That was Norvell. That was Norvell. And number 9. Let's see. He should walk in here shortly. Y'all girl, Susan. I don't hear that. He should walk in here shortly. I don't hear anything. But yeah, he's going to talk about the counter.
Coordinator Kevin Steele will jump straight to your question. Hey, Kevin, I'll be the guinea pig here. The counter run play was obviously a got play in the game. Could you just talk to us a little bit about what was going on with that play? What adjustments maybe you tried to make or didn't get run?
It's not real complicated. We've seen it all year. I mean, every game we've played, they've run the counter. The first thing is obviously you change the fronts up anyway in a game. So we played the bare front against it. We played what would be called an under front against it, where the B gap bubble is open. Closed. We played an over front to it in which the B gap is open. All those are different fits. We played 41 snaps of middle field coverage. So we had a safety down in the box. Hat-wise, we had enough numbers. It wasn't a numbers issue. A couple of times we did not play the double team well. They doubled down. We had too much movement. A couple of times, at one time, we got up the field a little bit too much with the end, the edge setter or the spiller on it. And then but the big problem was we just didn't tackle very well. We just a lot of missed tackles in that area, a lot. They just didn't tackle him very well. Good back, but still got to tackle him.
How many times did they run it?
32.
I was going to say, it seemed like
32. No, it wasn't every play because they played 70 snaps, but 32 of 70's a lot. Yeah.
Done that before?
Yeah, I mean, remember I came up in the option game, so when you get against teams who can't throw it, they'll run the ball sometimes.
Benjamin came in ready today. Benjamin had all the stats on big plays.
Back in the day, ran the same play a lot. This day and age, you don't see, you see the zone play. You just don't talk about it as much because so many people run the zone play. I mean, there's times you come out of a game where they've run the zone play 17, 18, 19, 22 times. They may not have but 80 yards rushing, but they run it a lot. So
we're going to have a villain live tonight, man.
That's what he likes.
There was 2 players missing from that game the other day, bro.
Why do you think that is? What happened with the tackling?
Just didn't get them on the ground. It's fundamentals, it's coaching, and we've improved tackling very, considerably. Not where we want to be. I don't know that it ever is going to get where we want it to be in this day and age. Just simply because of the practice time and the way you have to practice, but that's not making an excuse. That's just a fact. I mean,
anybody agree with that?
When you practice where you don't put anybody on the ground past August except on Saturday, and you're trying to teach something like that, you're not teaching it to its fullest extent, and that's something that as coaches, it's hard, but that's our job. I mean, our job is to make sure we are a good tackling team. We emphasize it. We have plenty of drills set up for it. We'll have plenty more this week, I'll promise you. But and then the other thing, hats off. I mean, he was a good running back.
Coach, I got the numbers right today.
Good for you. What you got?
You gave up 6 big plays against Florida State, and during this 4-game home winning streak, you gave up 19 plays,
right,
20 yards or more, with 8 of those plays going for over 40 yards.
That's where the crux is right there. Those 8 plays are the key. Yeah.
So what do you test that, and how do you get that?
Well, if it was one thing, it would be an easy answer. It really would be. And you're exactly right. I mean, it's unacceptable. Like
that boy said everything. We're underdog at Georgia Tech, though. Finally. Vegas have finally Vegas has said, nah, hell no. But it's 2.5, so they're supposed to get 3 points being away. I guess I think they get 3 being home. So right now it's 2.5. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think Jacurri is going to be a glimmer of hope. I think he's gonna be a glimmer of hope, and he's going to show us something these last couple of games. Because I'm almost sure that he's going to be the one getting like a lot of the snaps.
But they got to make a decision though. Like if you're gonna go with Jacurri, you got to block out the other. You got, hey, this is the guy. Like the other 2 quarterbacks we got, those are backups. Jacurri's the number 1 for this game, QB1.
I don't think so. I don't think it matters. I think they could back and forth pick. At least you can say you gave whoever a shot, whoever may not be here next year.
But what's the point? Like, what's the if you're gonna go with Jacurri, go all in. My thing is not necessarily the rotations and the substitutions at this point, though. I'm with you, Rich, 100%. But if you're gonna do the rotation and the substitute, okay, cool. My problem is when you got Jacurri in, you got to let him do everything. You got to let him throw and run. I don't understand how this
Right.
man plays 4 quarters of football and only throws 9 passes. Nah, I'm not with that, bro. It's a
Jacurri?
waste of yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he was what, 5 of 9 yesterday, the other day?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're trying to see if he has, you know what I'm saying, the strides that he's made in passing the ball, you know what I'm saying? If he's made it, and I saw, you're saying that it wasn't enough. I was surprised at, you know what I'm saying, how he looked throwing the ball the other day. That makes sense? I was happy for him.
You surprised in a good way or a bad way? Oh, okay.
A good way. I was like, oh, okay.
That's how I felt. Right. That's how I felt. So whether he threw bad or not, my point is you gotta let him do it. Because what's the point of going with him if you're not gonna let him do it? Either you comfortable with the boy or you're not. That's just that simple. You either comfortable or you're not. If you're not, then you keep giving him those spot reps, giving him those special packages. Otherwise, what's the point?
What are they running him in?
Just
Read
burning
what
up
are they running him
his
in?
eligibility.
No, I think he's getting comfortable. I think the little stuff they have been doing was getting them comfortable. How long you think they could run? They could run what they're running with him handing the ball off the Rooster and then
that shit, man. You can't. You can't keep doing that shit, man. You gonna get somebody damn hurt, and then you got a kid. That's why the kid's gonna be dejected and deflated and shit. Like, bro, we ain't even trying to win. That's the thing. At least give the kids the illusion that you're trying to win. That's your problem. We worried about the kids being deflated. If they feel like we ain't trying to win, what kind of performance you think you're gonna get out of these kids? I'd be deflated too.
Right. And that's my whole point. I mean, if Jacurri's going to be in the game, then let him be in the game. Let him do his thing. But if he's not the guy, if you're not going to have him in the game like that, then you know what? You could do the whole rotation thing, but now here's what happens. You got to get 2 quarterbacks ready. So now, whatever's going on with Jake and his confidence, you have to fix that. And then you got to go over here to Jacurri and say, you're going to be in the game for about 15 snaps, but 14 out of the 15 snaps, it's just going to be a run. I mean, come on now. You might as well give him some credit. No, I'm not feeling that. And yes, they did bring Jacurri in the game to slow the game down. I would agree with that. However, we're going up against Georgia Tech. Like, can we at least pull out a W? Can we score 14 points and pull out a W?
We the underdog.
2 scoring drives and then play defense from there. Can we do that?
We the underdog right off the bat. What Derek Alford? You in here? Derek Alford done called me 8 times. Are you in here, bro? Say something in the chat. Did anybody hear Malik Rosier talking about running 9 routes this morning in Canes Unfiltered? You was in there, KB? When he was saying that we need to run more deep routes?
Nah, I really didn't want to hear shit he had to say, to be honest with you.
Yo, you don't like to hear you don't like to hear Malik talk, dog.
It wasn't that. It was just like I be seeing how he be kind of with and maybe I'm just making him guilty by association, but I be seeing how the Orange Bowl boys and shit be kind of trying to interact, and I don't know if he be with them or they just be moving his. I don't know, or if they just be sharing his tweets and shit. But I don't be feeling that shit. So I was just like, nah, I'm stay out of that.
He didn't talk. Yeah, he didn't. Well, he didn't. I don't know. This morning he had a nice conversation. I don't know if they record those things. I was in there with him. Yeah, he had some good stuff to say. He was saying that when he first got here, the South Florida players always used to go 9 routes and be like, blue. And he was saying that's how they play. Like you actually have to take shots. You have to take shots because that's how they play. They don't come from a place where they're putting together 11 play drives and stuff like that.
He was saying some cool stuff. I don't know what you see with him on Twitter. But damn, dog, we was about to have him on the show here, KB. He was about to come in here tonight.
Hey, do you think? Like I said, I was just avoiding it because I didn't know what it was gonna be. I ain't got nothing against Malik. I don't know the fella, but I just was like, I'm good.
He was straight. He was straight today. I asked him, is he surprised at Braxton Berrios' success in the NFL? And he was like, I am not. He said, but he was surprised that David Njoku went first round. He said that, and I was confused. He said that's the one I was surprised with.
About that too.
Did David Njoku do a lot here?
Wait, what the fuck was y'all confused about? Now I'm confused. How was y'all confused about Njoku?
No, he was confused that Njoku
did he do a lot here? Did Njoku do a lot here, KB? I can't remember. Was he?
Oh, Njoku was nice, man. I don't know stat-wise if he did a lot, but you could just tell he was a first-round pick. Like that boy was, Njoku was a beast.
He said he was surprised, and it almost like he was saying that he didn't think he did a lot here. Was he hurt a lot or something?
No, he wasn't.
I don't know. Let's go look. Let's go look at the stats.
I'm confused about that. I
told him I told him that. I was like, boy, that was kind of confusing to me. I thought you was talking about his brother. For a second there.
Okay. Well,
see, that's how you. That's why I say everybody that played don't see things the same way, and everybody that played don't know everything or know what they're talking about all the time. Because I have no idea how he came up with that.
Let me see.
Right.
He said he wasn't surprised at Berrios. Berrios was one of the smartest players he ever played with, yada, yada, yada. But he said he was. And he just added Njoku. He said, but Njoku, it surprised me, his success. Him going first round, that was a surprise to me.
Well, I would say this. I actually did listen to a little bit of the space. And it was when I came in there, it was more so Antonio Cromartie speaking. Does Crow want to be a Miami coach?
I don't
believe
we
so.
Talked about that. We talked about that last week, but he said Mario denied him the first time, didn't he? Said somebody's background or something when he interviewed. David Njoku at Miami, 2015, 2016. He had 21 receptions in 2015. He had 43 receptions in 2016. 8 touchdowns in 2016. 698 yards. That's damn good tight end numbers, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a day 1, day 2 tight end numbers, especially if you're 6'5".
But in 2015, he had 21 receptions, 300 yards, and he had 1 touchdown in 2015.
That's about what
was he the starter?
Doing this year.
Was he the starter or the backup that year?
He was in him and remember Herndon?
Herndon. That's what Rosier said. Yeah. That's what Rosier said. Rosier said Herndon was Herndon was the man. But I think Njoku just was this physical specimen, bro.
He was. He was very athletic.
And he was a much better pass catcher than Herndon.
Yeah, I think Herndon problem was Herndon got in some trouble or something before the draft. It was something. Herndon got in some trouble see.
Shout out to Newkirk. Say keep flag off the field, 3rd and long, please. With the 199. Shout out to Newkirk with the 199.
Hey, you need to send him his 199 back and say thank you for saying that.
He said keep the man off the sideline, please. He got a $4.99 up here too, man. Y'all let me miss somebody money.
You know I'm at work. I can't see the chat. I'm at work on the phone.
Newkirk with 499. He thought Njoku would have issues blocking on the NFL level. Oh, he did say that. He was the insides and him switching from wide receiver to tight end. That's why he was surprised. He did say that. That's what he said.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense because of what the game evolved to while he was there. Not only that, but somebody just mentioned it in the chat. Herndon was way slower than Njoku as well. So Njoku was more athletically gifted.
I think what Rosier knows him personally and played with him, right? And I just think whatever he knows personally about the man, or however he knows he is, you know what I'm saying? That's what he didn't say.
Right, and that's
remember the brother wanted to be a
so
wide receiver. He was big. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be a wide receiver. Like, it's whatever he personally knows about him. That's what I'm getting out of that conversation.
But check it, and so with Njoku's brother should never been a Kane. He wasn't.
I think he was like a specimen or something though. Maybe that's what it was.
You feel me? He's taller than he's like 6'7", something like that. But when you look at his production,
yeah, that's what it was.
But he was a string bean.
Yeah, he was like 6'7". He wanted to be a wide receiver. Everybody was like, "Man, go to tight end." No, I'm a wide receiver.
See, that's the thing right there. See, that's probably what it is, though, Rich. That's why they saw it. They was like, we could put some weight on you, get you to play tight end, and you'll just be a seam threat tight end. But that's probably what they saw, and that's probably why they went after him like that. But
he was like 6'7",
even with him saying, "God damn, oh shit."
I'm just
that small.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm just guessing based on his body type and his frame, right? So Njoku's always had that stockier frame. So
but whatever he know about him personally.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm on delay, Rich. No, I'm on delay. That's why I keep stepping over y'all. Go ahead, bro.
So Njoku had that mesomorph body type where you can add weight, you can add muscle, and he's always going to look chiseled. And his brother has an endomorph body type where it's more skinnier, gangly type of, just like the issue that Mallory has, right? Brevin had that stockier body type.
What you said, endomorph?
Yeah.
Man, you coming in here with your $13 words, man. We didn't go to Clemson, bro. Endomorph, and you say it with no definition. Like you gotta come with a definition behind it, like endomorph. You've been here with the endomorph, scholastic, epileptic. Come on, man. Endomorph. What is the endomorph?
That's basically like your. That's like your skinnier body type, if I remember correctly, because you got ectomorph and endomorph. But mesomorph is that muscular. Most of your running backs are like your mesomorph body type, right?
Right.
Your receivers are more so that skinny, gangly, type of body type.
KB, you knew that? Anybody in the chat knew what he was talking about? Anybody? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You say, man, I knew what the endomorph was about, man. I wasn't absent that day. I guess Eric Kennedy said he knew. He said, I need to grab a book. I don't read books about endomorphs, Eric Kennedy. Go ahead.
Listen, I know those words, but I could not use them in a sentence to save my life. I've heard them on Ghostbusters, X-Men, and something else. I have no clue. But that's why Rich is my dog.
Hey. Just trying to bring something different,
He want to say he couldn't get into Clemson.
Why?
He said when it's at his GPA.
Man, hell no, Rich. Hey, Rich. Hey, boy, don't ever apologize for being you, bro. Damn that.
Nah, that's why you here, dog. I already sound like I'm from Opelika. I bring you in here because you sound like you from Western. Damn. Beverly Hills. And we bounce off each other, dog.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be coming in here not calling us geniuses. Now you're not calling us Jesus.
So Street, I just got a text, and I don't know if it means anything to you or not, but somebody was putting out there that you was the first one to say that about the whole Rooster transferring thing or whatever. Even though we know that came from who? Was it who that came
County.
from?
Canes
County.
County.
But yeah, somebody put that on the YouTube show. They putting that out there or whatever. So just to clear that up, y'all, that came from somewhere else.
Canes
So.
County. Canes County reported that. We were somebody else was saying they were transferring. We just didn't say it. After the game, it's after the game. I mean, nobody ain't getting to that. Rooster looked like he was transferring Saturday.
No, sir.
He was the one getting one. He was giving effort.
Yeah.
But what happened to him? And I'm hoping he took it the right way. And it looks like he did. That was what was supposed to happen. He was supposed to get benched to sit down. He was.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
In the discussion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he responded. And that's who I know, dog. I know him to be a Fort Lauderdale Hurricane. I know him to be a tough kid. You know what I'm saying? He got benched, and he responded. That's what's up.
And he's holding it down. I mean, Parrish is he's definitely consistent, but there's outside of Parrish, you got Knighton who's spelling Parrish, but that running back room has went from, because at the beginning of the season we were like we got Knighton, we got Chaney, we got Parrish, we got everybody, and and a lot of guys that were dudes, didn't play this season. So
listen, man, we're gonna get up out of here, dog. What's up? Talk to me. So many what?
I was just about to say, it's so many holes in this boat, man. You can't just start out. You can't start plugging one and thinking, it's.
Shout out to Rashad Haynes say, "Do we keep Citizen, fellas?" No, it is. It's yeah, but I mean, one name everybody feel comfortable calling, but no, it's a lot of it's been a tough season. You know what I'm saying? On top of all the change, Rosier talked about that. He talked about how when Mark Richt came in and you're afraid, you don't know if Mark Richt bringing his quarterback. He talked about I asked him about that. Like, you were here when Mark Richt came in after Golden. Like, was it tough? And he just said, yeah, because you don't know what the other coach coming in to do. He said it took them to be juniors before they realized their leadership and what they should be doing. And because I know a lot of people started talking about Leonard Taylor sitting down with his mom and Cristobal, and that I don't see nothing wrong with that. I actually saw it like, listen, boy, damn, college coaches sitting down with moms like parent teacher conferences. I thought it like, wow. So listen, 786. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, I'm happy for Leonard Taylor in doing that, because we know how talented he is, and we want him to. I mean, we want him to be the next Warren Sapp coming out of here. Mm-hmm. Like you got 3 years left essentially, so that's what we want. And if he wants to put in the work to become that, then I'm happy to see that.
Right. 786-459-9499. If y'all trying to get into investing or want to watch us invest and buy options and listen to Medi cry about Twitter being $8 to get verified now. All that's on the IOD Squad. Investor Die. We do it every day, man. So that's 786-459-9499. You need one-on-one. Just text us IOD 101 or click the link if you want to get on IOD Squad. It's in the top of the comment section. You know, people still call me and be like, "Straight, I need the link." People still call and be like, "Street, where the link at?" Wait a minute. But I understand, dog. I get it. Shout out to Tua. He's 6-0, right? right?
Yeah.
People wanted Tua dead.
I wouldn't take it that
Yeah.
far, but I was never high on Tua.
People wanted Tua dead. That's how it is, dog. Did Trump announce today that he's running for president again, bro?
Not sure that would be news to me.
They said by the 14th it should be coming out around about the 14th because that DWAC stock flew today. That's that Trump media shit. Yeah,
Yep.
and PHUN went right behind it, and I was asleep at the wheel. But yeah, they said something about the 14th. They should by the 14th he might be or as early as the 14th he might be announcing his intentions.
It's yeah, that stock did fly early this morning. I saw it. I saw it getting out there. I got the IOD YouTube, and it's gonna start giving in the comment section good prices to buy certain stocks. Just drop them in the comment section. Certain stocks. Somebody asked me about Nike today. Let's see. Dog, Trump can't be the president again, can he, dog? Please tell me America's better than that, bro.
America is not better than that. If he runs again, if he runs again, he's probably gonna win.
Man, give me Kanye. Give me Kanye, dog. Like, come on, man. He can't win it. In the comment section, dog. Trump tried to overthrow the government, bro. Y'all saw it. It was live. The revolution was live on TV, and you trying to tell me? Come on, bro.
And they couldn't even charge him. So yeah, now. And that's why, and I think that's why Kanye's running his mouth like that, because he know Trump gonna run again. And when Trump run again, you know whose side he gonna be on, whose side he gonna be around, and he gonna be a protected man again. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong.
He did more for us than this elder we have now. Am I missing something here, KB?
Man, it's time to get off.
But not just Chuck, though. I heard others talking. Am I missing something? I heard other shaded people saying things like that. Am I missing something?
So what happened is when you got two guys that you don't like and you don't approve, you try to you pick one and you roll with it no matter what. And that's what kind of happens, because I don't think either one of those guys are any good. But you got to pick a side, or some people feel that they got to pick a side and prop up one and put down the other, or just, that's my opinion on it.
Well, I will say this. The Democratic Party has been doing pandering for a while, man. So that's gonna hurt a lot.
Is this about parties, though? Am I missing something here?
We don't make it about party, but the powers that be do. I mean, it's two wings on the same bird, right?
Yep.
But you can create, dissension, you can create division by, talking about certain points, talking about certain topics that, people will vote on one point and be like, this person said that the gas price is going to go down if we vote for him, so I'm going to go ahead and vote for him. So that's kind of how we view politics.
What am I missing, though, dog?
Street is always about parties, bro.
I thought he did something outside of Democratic Republican that we all saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should question his morals and your morals if you vote for him. That's what I thought we saw.
straight. We living in a cartoon, bro. He did. Like you have a strong. His party splintered. You have a strong section in his party that is like, no, we cannot let this dude go. We cannot do that. You have his own party is splintered like that. However, your shit is always about party. Just you think about when he ran the first time, right? When you saw, and I'm not advocating for a candidate because I don't want to do that. You pick your own candidate, right? But when you saw Bernie running against Hillary, Bernie on his platform speaks to a lot of things that we as, and I can only speak for black people, so white people, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say anything, but he speaks to a lot of the things that we want to see get fixed, get changed, or be addressed, right? However, the party, Obama included, they wanted Hillary. Why? Because they felt that Hillary could run and win. Hillary is way more entrenched in being a pure Democratic, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I guess associate or member or whatever. So Obama, as a black man, sidestepped Bernie. Hey, we need to get Hillary in. Y'all need to do that. This same person that you just ran against when y'all was trashing each other, now you're trying to team up and you telling us it's for the greater good. But this other person right here is really speaking to us and has actually put in the work. You know what I'm saying? For things that we want to see, but you want us to pick her with all this baggage that she got, which is partly why she didn't get elected. It's always about party. Always about party.
But here's the wonderful part with even this last election. I think the last election was pretty blatant in our face. So when Biden won South Carolina, i.e. won the black vote, that's when they're like, okay, we got one who can win the black vote. We thought Kamala could do it, but she couldn't. But Biden did. So we're gonna roll with him.
Right? And you figured that they figured that Hillary would get the black votes and the women's votes. And they're gonna smash this shit. And it didn't happen. See, it's always about party. They just want the party to win. It don't necessarily matter the candidate. But I think in Trump's case it's a little different because his own party is kind of divided on him. Because like you just said, he did something outside the scope of Democratic and Republican. However, there's so many people, forget the normal people, there's so many people on high that just like, this is gonna be an advantage for us if this motherfucker win, because I'm gonna side with him and he's gonna protect me from everything. All these people that were supposed to go to jail, these people that he pardoned and all that kind of stuff on his way out, yeah, they gonna side with that dude, man. You know, we gonna run this shit like gangsters, and they are.
Yeah, dog. I thought we saw him. Yeah, I thought we saw him. Isn't he? It should be under investigation. Like I'm confused. Like I thought we saw this man try to overthrow the government, bro. That's what I thought.
I will say this.
But wait 1 second. Even and for blacks, like you know what I'm saying. I thought we saw him show his racist side, which I always thought he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I always just thought he was just a brass talking businessman. But I thought we saw all of this. I'm an investor. I talk about the stock market every day. Trump getting to be the president again, that's good for us, right, KB? It's great for IOD Squad.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. It definitely is. I that's not something I'm looking forward to, but most definitely.
What I saw was morals, ethics, the flag that y'all persecuted Colin Kaepernick about, taking a knee about being violated. I thought I saw that. America, like what we stand for being violated. For real. People are in jail behind it.
Nah, and you know what? As a veteran, I could only understand how that hit different for you. You feel me? Because you actually went over there. Even right now, it's freedom of speech. Even freedom of speech is not really free.
Bro, Colin Kaepernick took a knee, and we started talking about is disrespectful to the military. This man, which he wasn't there, so I guess you could say out of sight, out of mind, with no face, no case, whatever. We watched him basically try to do one of the worst things you could possibly do to America. He could be the president again.
Borderline treason.
I'm finna get out of here.
Who else can get?
It is.
Who else can get away with
treason.
that? Borderline treason.
It was treason.
It was. It was treason. If he looked a different way, it would have been treason. It would have been all type of horrible stuff. We'd have watched a firing squad take him out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. On live television.
But he can go get FOMO. You got black people. You got black people saying that. I understand. It was interesting watching him as the president. It was, but is this a game? Is this is this because to me it felt really weird what was happening with the country. Listen, man, we better wake up. We better wake up really fast, bro. We better wake up. We see what's happening to Kanye, what's happening to Kyrie. We better wake the fuck up. Real fast.
I don't know. This is because I don't even know if I should be, this is your platform, but
save it for the football video tonight. We'll get into Discord tonight, and we'll talk about the two players that are missing that we can't find nowhere on our camera. We're like, wait a minute, man. There was two dudes missing from the game Saturday, dog. Like that play in the game. We're gonna talk about it in the football village, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all boys, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, 786-405-9499. I'm kind of baffled, bro. I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to understand and wrap my head around it. Like everything that came out, we saw the documentary with the guy Epstein, and how could it happen again? I'm kind of confused, bro. But if you want to get down with IOD Squad, send us a text or click the link inside the comment section. It's pinned at the top. Villains, I see y'all in here, man. We're gonna Brandon Tooks, Lenore's Murray, Insane. We're gonna get on the Discord tonight, or we'll do a villain live where we talk about these two players that was missing and some other stuff that I got to give y'all dudes, man. Shout out to 225 Go Can. Appreciate you, bro. Hit the like button, man. Let me see how many likes. I'm gonna get out of here. I got some work to do. So listen, bro. Don't put off tomorrow something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D and I'm out of here.